to my video. My name is Ruth and I am an English teacher. Today we're going to be talking about something that I find really interesting. Over the years I've paid attention to it and I think it will benefit everyone watching out there because I think it's very common to all of us. So, how do you not give up on your dreams? Really, we all have dreams, we all have goals, we have things we want to do, we have places we want to go to, you have an image of the kind of person that you want to pan out to be or turn out to be. But at the moment, it might not be as you wanted to because, a lot of factors are involved and some things take time. And then you might feel like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing. Is this really going to work? Dreams going to come true? Is it, a lot of negative thoughts can just cross your mind of doubt. And 7 years ago, I think I was in second year. I just left first year to second year in university. And someone made a statement. He was like, oh, so when you finish from communications department, that means you're going to sound all British and American. And I was like, we just laughed over it. It was not really a serious discussion at the point. And then when I came to school, I was like, maybe I should just try, improving the way I sounded. Maybe I should just have an accent. Maybe I should just do something with the way I sounded. And so I set out like 7 years ago. And the journey was not easy, but the thing is today I can comfortably stay before my camera, stay in front of people and just talk like this. It's not something I'm trying to make up or trying to pretend to be because it's like part of me already. So I dreamt of something and it happened. Also, I'm a graphic designer. I started designing, I think 2 years ago. I started actively designing 2 years ago. And the reason why I, ventured into graphic design was almost quite accidental because I wanted to do an English training and I contacted a graphic designer then and I was like, okay, can you do a flyer for me? And he was like, what we call in Nigeria, they give me attitude. And I was like, okay, so if you don't want to, and the reason then was I didn't really have much money and he was like, calling an amount that I did not have. What even annoyed me more was that he kind of like ghosted me, like stopped me. Like, I'd rather you tell me no, I'm not doing it for that amount, it's too small. He just like acted like nothing happened. And I was like, okay, if you're not doing my flyer, I'm going to do it by myself. So that's how I started doing graphic design. And today I've done really amazing flyers I'm happy with, that my clients are happy with. So from the time I started doing graphic design 2 years ago, I had a goal to do some type of flyers, type of designs, type of brand identities, and I worked towards it. And today, I do graphic design. So that is a goal, that's a dream I had that came true. You might be watching this video, you might have had, all the dreams come true. You might be elderly, maybe in your 60s, your 70s. You might be young, maybe in your 20s, your 30s. But we all have dreams and most times more than one dream. So how do you not give up on your dream? Because it's really, really an important, thing to take note of because whatever dream you give up on will never see the light of day, will never be actualized. So instead of giving up on your dreams, let's look at how not to. Okay, so the first thing, I have a note here. I made a note. Why am I sounding Irish? Or I don't know. I made a note, and so we're going to go through it. My lightning shifted when I put the notes. Okay, yeah. Okay, so the first thing to do to not give up is to ask yourself why you started out in the first place. Ask yourself why you had the dream in the first place. And if you can answer the question successfully, I think it will give you more light and insight on why you should hang in there to see your dreams come true. Now, dreams are not just mere wishes or fantasies. To actualize your dream, it must proceed from just your mere fantasy to actual work and steps and processes that you follow to see your dreams come true. So if you don't have such steps or processes, if you're just fantasizing in your head, it will remain a fantasy. I'm sorry, but that's what it will remain. Okay, so ask yourself why you started out in the first place. So basically for me, why I started, with my English and why I started, teaching people English is so that I would grow and, teach more people. That is why I started. Why I started to improve on my accent was because I had dreams of working in international media houses. So that was why I started, because as I always say when I talk to my students about improving on their pronunciation or English grammar or vocabulary, I always tell them to have a reason for doing what they're doing. If you're just doing it because you like it, it's not going to last you forever. A time is coming when you will not like it. For example, when I do some graphic design works, there are times that I'm like, I can't do this. What's all this? Maybe I'm trying to like copy a flyer and it's really hard. So at the moment, I don't like it. So you need more than I like it to follow and pursue your dreams. So why did you start what you're doing? So once you ask the question, once you ask yourself the question and you're able to answer it, I think you would see the reasons not to give up. Number 2, it's related to number 1, and it is start looking at the big picture more, right? Start looking at a big picture. So where is this going to take me? You should have a big picture of your dream. Maybe you're a school teacher today and you have a dream to become a professor in English or I don't know, something. So see the big picture, really. Don't just like stay there and feel like, oh my god, all hell is breaking loose. I am in my downest moment. Downest. I am in my down moment. Really, and I am not going to make any headway. That's a pretty wrong way to to think and to think about yourself. So look at the big picture. Really, it's not just about now. There is somewhere you're going, so look at the big picture. So this leads me to number 3, and that is patient. Be patient and trust the process. So I watched a lot of movies where movies give us this kind of linear approach to life, okay? As I've seen, the ones I've seen, just give you this facade where you think things are linear and not like as they are. So be patient, really, be patient. The thing is, where you were last month is not where you are now. Where you were last year is not where you are now. So you're making progress, slow but steady. You're making progress. So trust the process. Be patient with the process. Patience means hanging in there. Patience means not giving up. Next thing I would like you to do is, this is really hard, but do not expect the road to be a walk in the park, okay? So you're like, yes, I want to be maybe a doctor, I want to be this, I want to be that, and you're expecting it to be all easy and walk in the park and just a jolly ride. No, it's going to be filled with a lot of difficulties, challenges, but not ones that you cannot overcome. Expect difficulties, expect challenges, expect things to get in the way, but you must keep going and keep pushing. So it leads me to the next one, number 5. Train yourself to stay through challenges. Now, when things get hard, the thing not to do is to leave and say, okay, I'm giving up, I can do this. Many times you give up too easily when the first challenge is, and you're like, oh my god, I can do this. I thought it was going to be easy. To do this, it's too hard for me. No, train yourself to stay through challenges. People who have succeeded in life are people who have decided to tell themselves, no matter what, you're staying here, no matter what, you're not going to give up. I know I talked about, having the big picture in number 2, but when you have the big picture, also take it one day at a time. It's more like a long journey, so you're like breaking it into parts, petitions, and that. So ensure that you take it one day at a time and you see the results. And then as you're taking it one day at a time, put in more work, keep at it, do not give up, decide not to give up, decide to stay through. My pastor will say that if you put in a lot of work, if you put in your heart into something, if you pour your energy into something, you would see the results. And I believe him, and I've seen it in my life. So tell yourself that no matter what I'm doing, maybe you just started a small business, maybe you've been doing a business for like 5 years and you're like, oh, I'm not where I want to be. It's fine not to be where you want to be. But what is not fine is giving up at this point, really. This is from me to you. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I noticed that a lot of you do not subscribe. I have like thousands and thousands of views and very little subscribers because you don't subscribe. So please make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next lesson. Bye, guys.